Hi, I'm Linda from Barlates Body Blitz. Welcome to Precision Training Barre. For today's workout, all you will need is a chair to hold onto for balance, a small playground ball, Pilates ball or bar ball, anything that you can push in on for some resistance. If you don't have one, you can roll up a towel or even use a small sofa cushion. We won't be using any other equipment. We'll be doing some ballet style arms, which are really going to burn. If you want to intensify those, you can hold on to some very light hand weights, but believe me, you won't really need to. We're going to be doing standing as well as mat exercises. So if you're on hard floor, you might want to get a mat for the lower body mat exercises that we will be doing later on. Okay, let's get right into it. We're just going to get warm up with a little bit of a flowing warm up, and we're just going to go side to side and point through the toes, just warming up our arms and our legs, floating our arms and coming down and tapping those toes. We just want to make sure that we've got that blood circulating, so when we start some of that isolation work, you've got nice warm muscles to work with. Go for 4, 3, 2 and 1. Now start going down and up and just floating your arms, floating them down and up, down and up. And at the same time, going down in that plie, not too low, just letting those muscles heat up in your inner thighs, in your quads, in your glutes, down and up. 8 and 7, 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. And then just bring your knees up and just use your arms in opposition, bringing them up just to your belly button height and starting to really feel your abs engaging. So the higher you bring your knees, the more you'll feel, especially your lower abs. A few more like this, then we're going to change the arms. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just start pulling down and down, and we're going to twist through the waistline and bring our elbow to our opposite knee. This is the final little bit. Across and across, you should be feeling a little bit of a breath going, and your body should be starting to move. If you need a longer warm up, definitely take it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Nice job. Okay, so for the standing arms segment, all I want you to do is keep a really nice relaxed lower body, soft knees, tummies are in, and your shoulders need to be down and back. So keep them really nice and back, chest is open, and all we're going to do is start bringing our arms from down to up. So I want you to actually twist your palms from seeing your palms here to up to the ceiling. And you're trying to push your shoulders down in opposition. So you're pressing down on those shoulders as your arms are going up so that you're never hunching. Now I want you to think about this movement coming more from your elbow than your hands, okay? So you're picking up those elbows, going down and up, down and up. So this is just a little bit of a warm-up. You shouldn't be feeling anything too burny in those shoulders as yet, but we will get there, believe me. Down and up, down and up. A few more like this. Pushing your arms slightly behind on the up. So blowing out and pressing your elbows slightly to the back. 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now we're going to rotate our arms. So again, imagine your elbows are going down and up, down and up. So you're coming down and in slightly and up and extending slightly. It's in and out, in and out, in and out. Really thinking about elbows and shoulders initiating this movement. Your hands are not initiating this, okay? So you're just, the hands are just kind of flopping or gracefully flowing with the exercise, but you should be feeling this burn in your upper back and in your shoulders, as well as your triceps, right? You should be feeling those triceps, especially on this move here. Down and up, down and up. A few more like this. Down and up. Are you feeling anything yet? There should be some tension there. You need to use isometric tension. You are slightly moving through your chest. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now we're just going to stay up and we're just going to rotate. Rotate those palms, rotate those elbows slightly. So now you're feeling the fire, right? Rotate, rotate. Feeling the burn. Stay soft through the lower body. Shoulders are pressed down, remember, in opposition. Up, up. Squeezing, squeezing. A few more like this. Come on, you can do it. Up, up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now big swan arms in the center. Across and extend, across and extend, across and extend. Extend. So really pushing your chest forward, flowing, squeezing your shoulder blades together on the extension. All the way out and out. Tummy's in, knees are relaxed. You shouldn't be using any tension in that lower body. So if you find that you're gripping your toes onto that carpet or you've got a lot of tension in your quads, try to relax that. And out, and out. Still using your elbows here to initiate that extension. 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now bring your palms together and we're going to do that rotation just at chest height. So all we're doing is rotating our palms top to bottom. Top to bottom. I'm keeping my elbows up and I'm pushing, pushing and up, pushing and up, okay? Keeping my shoulders down and really trying to get that heat happening in the biceps now, bit of tricep and definitely shoulder and upper back. So it's a push away and present. Push and present. A few more like this. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Just roll those shoulders, roll them back. I'm just getting a bit of life in before the next set. And roll. Okay, so now we're going to go to those swan arms, but we're going to angle it and we're going to stay on the one side. So we're going to extend. We're going to extend. So now what I want you to do is start hinging forward slightly. So you've got a nice flat back. And this way you're going to be getting the back of the shoulders more, a little bit of upper back. So it's extend, extend long. Keep your neck in alignment with your spine. So once you see the exercise, look down at your mat. Don't look at me. And extend long. Remember, elbows, pick your elbows up. Pick your elbows up, extend. The hands are the last thing to kind of flick out. Tummies are in. You're hinged forward on an angle. Extend. We're going to stay up and do little ones in 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay up and it's little ones. Little ones. It's your elbows are coming up and down. Like the last little bit of a flapping swan arm, okay? Try to make it look graceful. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Tummies are in, shoulders are down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you feel that? Other side. So start standing. So you're pushing your chest forward slightly, squeezing your shoulder blades using your elbows. Down and up. Now start hinging forward, not all the way, you're just slightly hinged and you're staying on that angle, looking down at the mat. Big swan arms, use your elbows. Elbows up and extend, flicking out at the end. up and extend. Come on, you should be feeling this in your back as well, using your entire upper body. 8, 7, 6, push your chest through. 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it up, and little ones, tiny ones, as if you're flapping your wings, but it's stunted, the movement is stunted. Tiny ones, look down. You should really be feeling this. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Tiny ones. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Just rotate through those arms a little bit. We've got a couple more exercises. So what we want to do is bring our arms in and then push them away. So it's a big in and then it's a push away. So as you come in, you're thinking waistline and biceps, and then you're slightly bending over and you're switching your hands up to the top and you're squeezing the back of your arms. So it's similar to the exercise we did before, but a larger range of motion. In and push away. In and push away. So as you push away, imagine resistance. You're pushing something heavy away, and on the in, imagine cinching your waist with those elbows and push away. In and push away. We're going to stay on the in and just do little tiny presses with our elbows to our waist. Let's do 6 more sets. And 5, push away. 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Now stay in and just press in, press in, press in. You're pressing your elbows behind your spine, sticking your butt out, and really pressing in, in, in. Shoulder blades together. I'm just bouncing through my knees. You don't have to, you can just stand upright. A few more like this, and then we're just going to do those presses out for the triceps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So hinge over, and we're just going to do those presses, 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 presses. So you're hinged over, and you're pressing away, as if you've got 2 cement blocks that you're pushing, pushing, pushing. Feeling your triceps at the top of your arm, your elbow is up to the ceiling. Press, 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 press. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold it up and just switch your palms here. Hold it up, stay in that hinged position, look down at the mat, rotate your palms. Keep your arms up, push your shoulders down, tummies are in, rotate. Just a few more, we're nearly done with the arms. Rotate, rotate. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Just swing your arms in front. Just let them swing. Let all the lactic acid out of those muscles before we move on. 6, 5, come upright. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Okay, so now we're going to use our ball, and we're going to start off with the ball in between our legs. I like to keep mine just above my knees, and we're going to use our hand on that support and just come up onto your tippy toes, and then slide your back down an imaginary wall. So you're really nice and upright here, okay? Now make sure your feet are close enough that when you squeeze in, there's a real tension on that ball. So you might need to walk in further. You're light as a feather here, and now just squeeze in on that ball as if you're trying to pop it. This is where I want you to stay throughout this entire segment. And if I then tell you to squeeze from this point, you squeeze even harder. You never let up tension, okay? That's the point of precision training, that you have isometric tension and then go even tighter. So you're pretty much about to pop that ball. Now just go down and up. Down an inch, up an inch. Tiny, tiny movement, squeezing the heck out of that ball. Down and up, okay? Are you feeling your inner thighs? I hope so. That's what it's for. So you're up high on your toes, your tummy's in, your shoulders are down and relaxed. You're happy that you're not using your arms because they just got a great workout, and you're just focusing on inner thighs and the tops of your thighs as well. A few more like this, and then we're going to stay at the low point and we're going to squeeze it, okay? Go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay at the low point, and you're already squeezing that ball. Squeeze harder, in and in. Now it should be a tiny, tiny, tiny isometric movement that you can hardly tell that I'm moving at all because I'm already squeezing so hard, and then I'm squeezing in. Just those micro, micro, micro squeezes. And if you're doing this right, you should already be shaking a bit. Okay, I can already feel my thighs shaking, and I'm not even low. I don't need to be low for this. Keep squeezing. Close your eyes if you have to. Just breathe through it. A few more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now come down slightly and glue your heels together so you're not as high up on your tippy toes anymore. Come down, and we're going to tuck forward and back. Now we're still squeezing that ball as tight as you can. And now we're going to tuck forward and back, squeezing even harder as we tuck. We're tucking forward, straightening our thighs, really pushing our hips to the front and pushing our heels together, squeezing that ball, and really squeezing our glutes to help with that push forward, forward, forward. Really squeeze. Squeeze everything here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold the tuck, hold the squeeze. Hold the tuck, push your hips forward, hold the squeeze. You're slightly going to lean back your upper body and pulse it here. Hold the tuck, hold the squeeze. Squeeze your glutes, push your hips forward, press in on your heels, press in on the ball. Tiny, tiny motions. Tiny, tiny motions. Just go down a tiniest, tiniest bit. See how I'm hardly even moving, hardly moving. Leaning back, breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're not done. Come back into that position, higher up on those toes. Squeeze your heels together, squeeze on that ball. We're going to come down and up to a low point. If you cannot do this, then just do the normal up and downs. But if you can, come down and up. Continue to squeeze. Come down and up. Try to stay quite upright with your upper body. Come down, squeezing everything. Come up. You're squeezing the heck out of that ball, even down the bottom there. And then up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Up, up, up. Squeeze against your heels. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Up, up, up. Come on. A few more. Up, up, up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Up, up, up. 2 more like this. All the way down. All the way up. 1 more like this. All the way down. Halfway up. Squeeze. Squeeze. Are you low? Squeeze. You can slightly hinge forward here. Ouch. Just breathe and squeeze. Squeeze. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Come on. A few more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Just come down and up. Wide plie. Okay. We are letting some of that lactic acid out with large range of motion. And then we're going to go back to some isolation precision training. down and up, down and up. Go low. Still using your inner thighs here. Weight is in the heels, feet are turned out. Down and up, down and up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And just because we can, fingertips on the ball, tiny, tiny, tiny. You're hinged forward with a flat back. Don't round your back. If you can't do this, stay up here. If you can, fingertips on that ball, weight is in the heels, tiny little pulses, tiny little pulses. Opening up through those inner thighs, really open up as wide as you can, down and down, breathe through it. 8, 7, tiny pulses, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ouch. Okay, walk your feet in. Now, we're going to put the ball behind the knee. So I'm just going to pull my pants down to help it link in there. If you have bare skin, sometimes it just flies out. So my advice is to at least wear 3/4, or if you have a Pilates band or even a small towel, wrap it around your ball. Now we're going to start off facing the chair, and all I want you to do is come into this stance where you're hinged forward with a flat back, but your hips are tucking, okay? So untuck, tuck your hips forward. You've got a light support, light hands on that support. Your knee, your weight is in the heel, your knee is bent on the supporting leg, and you're in parallel. From here, just keep your foot relaxed, but press in on that ball and start going up. Start pushing up, pushing up. Now, tuck against that push. You're tucking your hips as you press that leg back, okay? It will make it so much tougher, and it will help you to increase the intensity in that glute. You're tucking your hips and you're pushing. Your glute is just firm and tight there. You're pushing your heel up to the ceiling. A few more like this, then we're going to change it to 3 counts. Let's go for 6, 5, they're tiny, tiny, 4, 3, weight is in the heels of the supporting leg. This is a 1. Now stay up there, and it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's high, higher, highest. It's high, higher, highest. Come on, press in on the ball, tuck your hips, and up, 2, 3, up, 2, 3. Keep pushing, keep squeezing. Look down at the mat. Keep your neck in alignment. It's up, 2, 3. Flexed foot, 3, or relaxed, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 2 more sets, 1, 2, 3. Last set, 1, 2, 3. Now hold that squeeze, hold it up as high as you can. Come down on your forearms, come lower in the supporting leg. Keep your leg up, squeeze that glute, and now press in on the ball. Press in on the ball, just press. Tiny motion, because you were already squeezing that, which means that you should hardly see a release. Press that ball. Press and press. Press, press, press. Really feeling that. Come on. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Hold it up. Hold it. Hold it. Point your toes. Squeeze harder. Hold it. Point your toes. Squeeze harder. Hold it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness, release that and just cross it over and sit back and stretch that out. We've got another side to go. Okay, deep breaths here. Deep breaths. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay, so other side. Put the ball behind the leg. You're starting off in exactly the same way. So your hands are going to be lightly on that chair. You're going to bend your supporting leg, your chest is straight, shoulders are down and back. Now tuck your hips forward. So untucked is this, and blow your air out of your tummy and tuck your hips slightly forward. And then from there, with your foot relaxed or flexed, both knees are facing parallel, just poke up. Heels are up. Heels are up. And up. Squeeze that glute. Your weight is in the heel of the supporting leg, and try to shift it to the inside of your foot, okay? Otherwise you're going to feel it too much in this glute. And it's up. And it's up. And it's up. Keep tucking hard. Tuck forward. You're squeezing that ball. You're pushing your heel up to the ceiling. It's a micro move because you're already up high. You're already engaging that glute before you even start moving. Okay, it's up. It's up. A few more, and then we're going to switch it to the 3 counts. Squeeze in on the ball, you may as well. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now it's up, up, up. High, higher, highest. High, higher, highest. Come on, up, up. 3 times up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Tuck your hips. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Push in on the ball. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. It's tiny. You should hardly see the motion because you're already up at the highest point, and then you're moving from there. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. A few more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Come down on your forearms. Sit lower in that supporting leg. Pull that leg up higher. Squeeze in on the ball. Come on, squeeze in. So you've got complete contraction in your glute, and you're just squeezing in harder. Hamstring depth. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Weight is on the instep of that supporting leg and in the heel. You should be able to wiggle your toes. Breathe, breathe. 8, 7, 6, keep it high. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Point your toe, get it higher, squeeze it harder. Contraction. Hold it, hold it. Tummy's in. Hold it, squeeze it. Breathe, breathe. Let everything shake. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Release the ball and figure 4 stretch. Ah, that feels so good. Sit right into it. Ah, pull that foot up close to your chest. Stretching that out. And then moving the chair. So you won't need the chair anymore. We're going to come down and we're going to do some abs, and then we're going to do a bit more outer thigh, inner thigh. So to start off with, put your ball in between your knees, and I want you to C-curve back. So imagine that you're nice and upright here. Take a deep breath in through your nose and then blow out. So you're coming forward with your chest, your belly button is pushed into your spine, and you're curving your spine here. Now you're pressing in on the ball as hard as you possibly can. And from here, we're just going to go back. So I'm going to keep nice rounded ballet arms, back. Blowing out the air as I go back, back, and back, back, and back. Squeezing the ball and just coming back with my waistline. Now I'm going to start going side to side, a few more singles, a few more centered, nice and back, back and back. The lower you go, the harder this is. Your feet are planted on the ground, back and back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now it's going to be side and side, and I'm going to sweep my arms and I'm going to hold the C curve. Now if this is too hard, Come up here as long as you're squeezing the ball. Otherwise, come down here. Side and side. Side and side. Squeeze the ball. Side and side. Feeling your waistline, right? Ah, the burn. Side and side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Now we're going to take the ball and we're going to put our elbows in the center of that ball and clasp our hands together. So we're going to push that ball against our belly, come back into that C curve, and now we're going to curl in and go back. Curl in and go back. I'm pushing in on that ball with the back of my arms and also squeezing in this way horizontally. It's in and back, in and back. We're going to start lifting our legs as well, okay? Which will make it super tough, but just try. Go for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. So now on the in, lift the leg. Lift the leg. Oh yes, are you feeling this? Lift the leg. Blow out and lift that leg. In. To get it further in, you're going to have to angle your knee slightly towards the outside of your arms. In and in. In and in. You can do it. Breathe out as you come up. And if this is too hard, just do the uppers or just do the lowers, okay? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Rolling it down. Deep breath in. We're going to do little crunches up and down. Crunches up and down. These are super tough, just tiny ones. Crunches up and down. Keep squeezing the ball and keep pressing it against your chest. They're tiny, tiny motions. And down. Crunch up and down. 6 and 5. If you need to put one hand behind your head, you can. And 3 and 2 and 1. Roll all the way up. Now we're going to put the ball behind our head, okay, to support our neck, and then we're going to roll down. So I'm actually lying on my ball here. If this is uncomfortable at all, then you don't need to do it. You can just lie on the ground. But if you like that feeling and it's supportive enough, hands are out to the side, and we're going to bring our legs in tabletop, and we're just going to start tapping our toes. So your tummy's pulled in and you're pressing your spine into the mat and you're tapping your toes up and down. Working on our lower abs now. Up and down. You're still feeling the upper abs engaging. So our legs are slightly bent here, but we're going to straighten them out in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now straighten your legs and we're going to do 2 and 2. Now if you want to, you can hold on to that and make it into the Pilates Scissor, and 2, 2, and 2. Now if you can't go down super low with the bottom leg, then you just come to your low point, 2 and 2. We're going to keep getting harder, okay? So this is still medium, and we're going to get harder from here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So if you need to stay with the split legs, stay with the split legs. Otherwise, we're going to double leg, tap down and up. Now you need to use a lot of control to stop your back from lifting. Press your belly button into the spine, into the mat. Arms are pressed down. Head is really lying back on that ball in a comfortable way, but you're also kind of using it to anchor you, okay? So you're coming up and down. All the way. If you can't tap all the way down, just come to your low point. or stay with those leg switches for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And guess what? Straight legs. Your low point, okay? Test it. Don't come all the way down if you can't do it. Do not lift your spine up. Your low point. If you squeeze your feet together, squeeze your glutes together, it helps. Down and up. Slow and controlled. Down and up. Come on. Down and up. Down and up. How about 4 more? Down and up. 3. Oh my goodness. 2. Press your legs together. Are they shaking? My legs are shaking. Last one. Stay up, turn out, and just in, in, in. Bring your legs in. Your feet are turned out now. Your knees are turned out, and you're just bringing them in. We're going to lift up off this with our upper body and extend our arms in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off, extend the arms, and keep going. Now arms go down as legs come in. Arms go down slightly as legs come in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Remove the ball. We're not done. I want you to bring your legs up and put the ball on the knee, and then cross your other leg on top. So you're using the back of your leg to wedge it in. Now bend the top leg, but keep the bottom leg straight, okay? So you're pushing onto that ball with that bent leg, keeping the top leg straight. You can lie all the way down, and all we're gonna do is go side to side, side to side. Now if you want to engage your upper abs here, then hand behind the head and keep your abs up. Side to side, side to side, just a little bit. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to come down and up in the center. Press down on the ball, down and up. If you can't do this with a straight bottom leg, then bend the bottom leg and just tap down and up like this. But if you can, keep that leg straight. You're going to feel the quad of this bottom leg engaging because you're pressing down so hard with the top thigh. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to bend this leg and push out. It's in and push out. It's in and push out. And if you want to, engage your uppers. In, push out. In, push out. In, push out. Push away a heavy cement block. In, push out. 6, 5, are you pushing on that ball? 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness, did you feel that? Breathe. Okay, other leg, ball on top, other leg bent, and locking that in. The bottom leg is nice and straight. We're starting with those side to sides, so maybe lie all the way down for this one. Side to side, side to side. So you're just using your abs. It's like a windshield wiper, and you're forcing your abs to stay on the mat and anchoring you so that you don't end up toppling when your leg is to the side. 6, 5, 4, push down on the ball. 3, 2, and 1. Stay in the center. We're coming down and we're coming up. And again, if you want your hands behind your head, it's down and it's up. It's down and it's up. You need to push against the ball in order to feel the top of your extended leg. It's down and it's up. Again, go as low as you feel comfortable. If you can't come as low as me, that's fine. And it's up. It's down and it's up. 8, 7, push, create resistance. 6, 5. This is your option. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Now we're going to flex that foot and we're going to push out and come in. Push out and come in. And if you want to, upper body on the in. So knees coming towards you and press down on the ball and out. In and out. If you're not pressing on the ball, you're missing out. Okay? In and out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness. That really burned the abs. Now while we're down here, we may as well do some inner thigh squeezes because we love those, right? So just above the knees, and I just want you to squeeze in and in. In and in. You can lie back, squeeze in and in with those inner thighs. Just squeeze it. Tiny little ones. Squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze. We're going to come up onto our elbows and keep squeezing in 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Keep squeezing, come up on those elbows. Now we're going to turn our legs over to the side, kneecaps over to the sides in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep squeezing, and we're going to keep our legs up, keep them straight, and squeeze. Other hand is at the back for support. Squeeze, squeeze. 6 and 5, 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Keep squeezing. Turn to the back. Squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze. You should feel this in the oblique area as well. That's a good warm-up because we're about to go into some pretzel moves with the ball, and that's going to really burn in those obliques. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Okay, so now let us work our outer thighs a little bit more and our hamstrings. So we're sitting in a Z position here, and we're going to put the ball behind the knee of the top leg. Then we're going to get back into that position and really focus here on pushing the hip forward, okay? Keeping the leg behind the hip line. Keep it behind. Don't let it come here. Keep it behind. We're going to hold our tummies in, and I'm just going to keep my hand here for support, but I'm really going to focus on using my abs to keep myself upright, okay? Other hand is just in front, and now pick up your leg and squeeze in on that ball. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as hard as you can. That's where we're starting, and we're going to squeeze the glute, pick up the leg, hold that contraction. So everything's contracted here. From here, it's a tiny up, a tiny up, a tiny up, squeeze and up. So you're already contracted, you're already squeezing in on the ball. Mini, up, up. She likes to attack my styrofoam tree trunk over here, don't you? When she gets a bit restless. Up. Nice distraction for you and me. Come on, squeeze in on the ball. Don't lose the squeeze, please, please, please. It's up, it's up, it's up. Come on. Hold your tummy in here and try to keep that hip pushed forward. Keep your leg behind your hip line. Up and up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the squeeze. Keep it up. Bring it in line and back. Bring it in line with the other knee and push it back. In line, you're squeezing that ball, right? You've got it up high, so here is all engaged. Can you feel that? In line and back. Do you know how much this hurts? In line and back. Well, you do if you're actually doing it with me. I hope you're not just watching. In line and back. Your leg should be shaking. My leg is like shaking. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to hold this ball much longer. And back. 4 more. 4 and back. 3. Squeeze in on the ball. 2, and 1. Oh my goodness, knee down, toe down. Knee down, toe down, squeeze that ball. Knee and toe, knee and toe. This is the big range of motion, and it's the easier range of motion. Big range is always easier than little range, in my opinion. Down and up, 4 more. And then the tinsy ones that burn so good. 2 more. 1 more. Hold it up. Squeeze the ball. Squeeze against that. Okay? Keep that squeeze. Hold it up. Tiny, tiny knee up and down. Tiny, tiny. Breathe. Knee up and down. Tiny, tiny. Tiny, tiny. 8, 7, 6. Close your eyes. 4. It helps. 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness. Lose the ball. Swing your legs over and stretch over if you can. I can hardly even stretch because it was so tight with lactic acid. Do you feel that all in here? Yes. That's what we just shaped. That outer hip, outer thigh, muffin top area that likes to hang over the pants. But not on our body, not after we do this, right? Okay, other side. Guess what? We're nearly finished. This is like the Z position, remember? Then this leg stays behind. Shove that ball behind the knee. Tight, 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 tight. Now, tuck your hips forward. So this is released. Tuck your hips forward. It's squeezing that glute that helps push that hip forward, okay? Then we're going to keep the leg behind the hip line, not here, behind here. Lift it up, squeeze the ball, keep that tight. This hand here is just very light and up. Tiny ups, tiny ups. You're squeezing that ball. You're squeezing your glute. You're pushing your hip forward in opposition. You're up at a high point and then it's a tiny, tiny, tiny up from there. It's almost non-existent. It's almost hardly moving, right? Up and up, up and up. Tummies are in, shoulders are down. Don't hunch your shoulders. Up and up. If this is just too excruciating, I should have told you this on the other side, you can come down on your elbow and it's so much easier, okay? It takes the oblique out of it. But if you can, please, please try and stay up here. Yeah, you're happy you're not doing this, right? Up and up, up and up. Come on, you can do this. A few more, a few more. Up and up, up and up. Keep the leg behind. It's going to want to creep. Do not let it. 8, 7, push your hip. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now it's in line, it's behind. It's in line, it's behind. It's in line, it's behind. Feel it in here. Feel it in that waistline. It's in line, it's pushed behind. Keep the ball tight, squeeze in on it, keep it up high. I promise you that this pain is going to give you results, okay? It's worth it. It's worth it. Just keep going. In line, push behind. Squeeze your glute. Keep tucking that hip. In line, squeeze behind. In line, squeeze behind. You can do this. Just say to yourself, it's lactic acid, that burn, I can control this burn with my mind. And just do 6 more. That's it. 5, 4, 3, don't swing. 2, and 1. Now keep it back. It's knee down, toe down. Knee down, toe down. It's behind your hip line. Knee down, toe down. Don't slouch. Knee down, toe down. Push in on the ball. Push in. Remember, this is the easier one, this big range of motion. Yeah. A few more like this, because this is actually easier. Your knee should be coming all the way up to the ceiling, and then your toe should be attempting to point up to the ceiling. It's not going to quite get there, but try. 4 more, and then the torture. 3, and 2, push in on the ball. 1. Oh my goodness. Stay up high. Knee down and up. Knee down and up. Tiny, 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 tiny. We're nearly done with this. Tiny. Come on, come on. If you can't, then down here, but keep moving. Tiny, tiny. 8, 7, 6. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2. Down to this side and then stretch. Stretch over, lengthening that out. Deep breaths. We're not quite done, but we're nearly done. One more little thing, okay? Okay. Because we love to work the inner thighs, put that in between. Squeeze it as hard as you can and come into a plank position. So, push your hips under, squeeze in on the ball, push out of your shoulder blades, align yourself perfectly, knees down and up, knees down and up. On the up, I want you to push your heels to the back. It's down and push your heels back. Squeeze in on that ball. If you need to walk your feet in closer to get a better squeeze, do it. It's down and back. It's down and back. Come on. It's down and back. Go for 8 and 7 and 6 and 5. Just tapping. 4 and 3. Look down at your mat. And 2 and 1. Now, come into an all fours position. Squeeze into that ball as hard as you can. Deep breath in, hover, hover, and now squeeze in. Squeeze in, in, harder, squeeze harder. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tiny break for those shoulders. If you want to come onto your elbows, you can. If you want to elevate your hands on yoga blocks or hand weights even, you can. Deep breath in. We're coming up one more time. Hover. Squeeze the heck out of that ball. Knees down and up. Knees down and up. Down and up. Squeeze. 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 If you want to, straighten up. It's a larger range of motion. Straighten all the way up. Straighten all the way up. From hover to up. So it's more down dog rather than the plank. Down, up. Down, up. 8, 7, squeeze. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Ball in front. Hands in front. Separate your knees. Armpits down to the mat. Stretch those arms. Feels so good. Come to the front and stretch away long. Feeling your side body stretch. Come to the back. Stretch away long. Feels so good. Sit cross-legged, and we're going to hold onto the ball. Stretch our shoulder blades apart, up overhead, and then hold on behind and just push your arms up. And you don't need the ball anymore. We're going to come into a pigeon stretch. So your knee's going to align with that belly button and just come down, hovering your chest over that knee, stretching out your glute. Yes, Minnie. Yes, we're done. These stretches are awesome just to hold for ages in front of the TV because we often get tight hips and glutes. This is one way to really stretch them out. We're just going to switch that up. So other leg in front, belly button in line, and just come down. The further you keep your foot out, the more intense this stretch, but I'm just not there at this point. I'm just really feeling that even just really bent leg. Okay, you're distracting now. Now, cross your legs. You don't really need to use your ball, but if you want, you can just roll it in front and just hover your chest. Again, this is for the glutes. And then cross the other foot in front, and same thing. And then for inner thighs, open up, and you can use your ball again if you want, or just keep your hands on the mat and just roll that out. And if you want to, just come to the side. That's a bit of hamstring there as well. And then come to the other side. And then just finish the hamstrings, just flex your feet and come forward with your chest. So your chest is coming towards your legs. And then come onto your side and just pull your heel in. Last little bit. Stretching out the front of the thighs. And other side. Pull that in, nice and tight. And finally, just some cat cows to loosen up the back. So spine up to the ceiling, blow out all the air. Release it. One more time, all the air out. And release. And that is it. Thanks so much for joining me for Precision Training Barre. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sure you felt the burn, and I'll see you at the next segment.